We're going on to silver cards now. Let's see if anything's changed. Okay. Last wish, same thing. Decoy. Decoy. Still an ore instance. Right, so this is, you choose one card and cards either side of it, but they've changed the terminology. It's 5, choose 5 adjacent units. I guess that makes sense. I said it in my bronze one, it didn't, but I think it does. You have to choose 5 units that are close together, that's what it means. 5 adjacent units. Reset non-ambush units amongst them to base strength, convert silver to gold. Right, so this still does the same, but it only does maximum 5, which I think is generally, you know, you're probably not going to get too many more than that. It depends if people row stack, but then their buffs are not going to be as effective, so. And that's, again, choose 5, add 4 to them. So it's pretty low, really. You just get 2 more than a Thunderbolt now. Pretty low. No. I'm pretty sure the Nausicaa Brigade was 5. I'm pretty sure it was always 5. But maybe I'm wrong. Add 3 strength. There we go. All of these are very similar. Very the same so far. Nothing new. Add 2 strength to base strength, but can't do permadeath now. So basically that goes straight into the card you want, not into Sigadrifa, not into Priestess. It just goes straight into the card you want now. Which I think is fine. I mean, you get a free Sigadrifa before, which got buffs, which was about, you know, 7 to 8 strength, depending on how much you medicked. Did add 8 strength with UK teeth. All of these looking very samey so far. When the round ends, return to the hand of the current owner, that is, if that player lost. Again, I still don't understand why you want to do it disloyally. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever to me. Priscilla's got a bit of a nerf, didn't she? Draw 1 non-gold card face up and 1 non-gold card face down, like Stennis. Play 1 and replace the other. So, you know, she's not as certain as she used to be. The only certain thing is that you may not play the card, 1 card out of your deck. But it is all non-gold still. But it's still good, but I think those emissaries are creeping up on her and they're bronzes. Thought got changed, I didn't see it. 9 strength, isn't it? Banish when moved to the graveyard. I believe that's the same. I believe that's all the same. Kieran was always thing. I think that's the same. He's agile, but only because he needs to go on the road whatever the cow is. Although it's always been like that. If you decoy him, you can choose where you want to go. I believe that's the same. But Kieran, yeah, it doesn't say anything about revealing. It just say ambush there, so that means he is an ambush card. So I think he works the same. I think you try to pick too hard on that one. Resurrect a non-gold, non-permadeath unit, gain 1 strength. Same thing, but now she can't be brought out. Roach. King of Beggars. Craven is still the same, is he? That you banished Craven Revives. You might have already done that anyway. Oh, he's 4. Was he 4 strength or 3? I think it was 4. I think it was 3 before. Add 2 strength to each non-gold unit played on your side. Does not affect spawned units. That's alright. I think he's still pretty good. Same. He hasn't changed. Add 1 strength when there are 3. Remove 2. That all seems the same. Is he 8 strength? Yep. Catcan. Same business. All these look very similar. While in your hand deck or battlefield, and start gain 2 base strength. Not relentless. Not many silver cards seem to be changed at the minute. Oh, we know the witches are now 5 strength, 5 strength, 6 strength. Trollolo is the same. Oh, his name got changed. Has he got a double L now? Properly. Where is he? Oh, he's got his real name. Someone mentioned that in the Mad Buffs. Trollolo got Mad Buffs. Someone mentioned that on the Reddit post I read. Very good, very good. Well done, CD Projekt Red. Ambush, when the next opposing non-gold special card is played, cancel its effect. Okay. Play the top loyal only non-gold unit in your deck and add it to 8 to its strength, so he's the same. Right? 4 turns. And he also sets his base strength to 6 and removes its ability. So you can't buff him up via mushrooms. I don't know if that was possible before. I don't think so. Katakan was 6. Now he's 4. Did I miss that? Katakan is now 4 base strength. Yeah, he is. But yeah, so he's lost a bit of strength there. Fair enough. Thanks for noticing these things that I'm skipping past. Or geared. 6. Choose a non-gold unit in your hand other than the operator, create an exact copy in both. Banish when moved to the graveyard. Very nice. Will there be a premium? Right, this is weird. I didn't understand this one. Banish a card in your hand and create in its place a copy of another card of the same colour chosen in random, blah, 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 blah. Banish when moved to the graveyard. So everything's the same apart from you have to banish the card in your hand. It's not necessarily too bad if, for example, you want to get rid of Siri, you want to get rid of Kieran, stuff like that. Wild Boar, repatch Wild Boar. But if you've got like 2 witches in your hand, he doesn't help anymore. I think it's because people were getting... The change is because people were getting something like Shani, and then Johnnying her, getting Shani again, and then drawing Shani out, so you got 2 Shanis and stuff like that. So they wanted to stop that, but I think it was unnecessary. You cannot combo in with Dijkstra now. Alright, how did Mardrum and Shackles change? Mardrum now resets to base strength and then does +3 base strength or -3 base strength. So Mardrum is the base resetter, and Shackles locks any unit on the board and demotes them to silver or bronze or whatever. Okay, Shackles does not reset to base strength. Alright, she only does it once. She only epidemics once now. I don't know yet, Farmer. No. Margarita, she does exactly the same as she did, but now she's actually got the Aristuza Adepts rather than Ban Ard. I think that's going to help make some law people happy. The Aristuza Adepts, but my pronunciation of that is not going to make them happy, but who knows. Odrin, same deal. So he got a buff. I believe it's only a 1 strength buff. He was 5 before, so they've actually nerfed him since we last saw him. And he locks or unlocks a non-gold unit. Crones are now 6/6/7, and the Witchers are 5/5/6, but the Witchers don't get any buff from potions anymore. I test Thunderbolt, I didn't test Swallow, but it doesn't have anything written on either card either. 6 strength for that, which is great. That's really good. And the reason is, actually it's not that. I was going to say, because when you've got loads of these on the board, you normally Thunderbolt them and, you know, they're all the same 5 strength. But now Thunderbolt's changed to only affect 3, so but it still protects all the little ones, because they're all going to be 5 strength now if you Thunderbolt them, or if you Commander's Horn them, they're all going to be 5, and that's 6. So that's an inherent protection, which is great. You think they moved the Witchers to 5/5/7 and the Crones to 6/6/8? We haven't seen the last Crone and the last Witcher yet, so that may be true. Let me find out. It's the same. So she only buffs 4 units maximum, 2 on the left and 2 on the right. So yeah, there you go. So she's limited to 14 strength. The whale is banished now. You can't resurrect the whale. You have to resurrect him, which means if you give it to the opponent Skellige, they can't just pick the whale up and throw it back at you. They can pick it up on like the decoy, but not from the graveyard. Fake Siri, 6 strength. Gain 1 strength. So yeah, she's just inherently stronger. She's not going to die to Norsticker Brigades. You can still be consumed and locked and decoyed and stuff, but it's just a little bit stronger. You need an Alzor's Thunder to deal with her now, pretty much. But before its effect, so again, Dagon will set him down to 1, same as the other guy, rather than set him to 1 and then gaining 6. So it looks to be 557, which is interesting. So you're probably right. It's 557 and 668 for the Crones. I haven't seen a Crone. We're on 7s now. Removes 3 base strength from an opposing non-gold unit. So he's very basic now. He's got a little Mardrum attached to him. But Mardrum got mad buff, so... But that's still 10 value. You might take him if Nekka's become really annoying, but I think they've got less annoying, so he's a bit too late on that respect. This guy got changed that he gets... If he's placed into weather, he got changed. So it's just a bit of extra flexibility for him, which is great, I think. A bit more added protection, which means you put down the frost first, and then he instantly becomes like 12, which is a lot harder to remove, which is... You know, which is actually good for him. It's actually quite a significant change. It means that instead of placing him down and then he's vulnerable to Alzor, he is now never vulnerable to Alzor because you put your frost down first. Great. Moran, destroy an unrevealed ambush card, then gain 4. So no, she has not changed. No, she hasn't changed. He's lost. Actually, he's exactly the same, but he's become really crap. Because for a silver card, the Mahakam... Well, it depends how you look at it. He's become not very good compared to the Mahakam Guard, I think it is, or Defender. Because they're 5 strength from bronze, so it's only 2 strength difference. Or you could look at it in that the Golden Zoltan has become crap compared to him. Because Golden Zoltan is gold and he's silver. He's got, he can come out via Bruverhoog. Zoltan can't. Zoltan is immune to weather, not immune to lock. Just the same as him. If they've got shackles, then... You know, both of them can die. But I guess if you want to take both of them, then you've got more on the board, type of thing. Morkvarg, same thing, but again with a locking business, not as effective because we know it stays in the graveyard. You can resurrect, and the lock will get removed. But yeah, and you can unlock him. Don't forget, you can unlock him and try and keep him up. Talo is 8 strength now. That's really good. You can pretty much guarantee an Alzor's double cross on him, nearly, I would suggest. It might mess up some other of your Alzor's double cross, but look at his shoes. Alright, nice. Yeah, and Crown. So it's 557 and 668. Now, why do you think they did that? There must be some reason behind leveling. It's harder to epidemic everything. Easier to epidemic the 2, but you won't be able to get the 3rd one. But Pavetta doesn't do 2 anymore. Yennefer Kundra is going to take 2 turns to level them. Yeah, if you replay a card, it removes the lock. So you can decoy, you can medic out of the graveyard and it will remove the lock. She's already locked. See? She's already locked. She's got an inherent lock on her. 8 strength. That's what it was, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Nithral is 8 now, so he's much more protected, which is great. This is the PTR, so it is the new patch, yes. No, he only does non-gold dwarfs, so Zoltan is not getting any action. Zoltan Chevet, that's unfortunate. Milena, 8 strength. So she's protected well. All these kind of machine gun style ones that are silver seem to be just pushing the boundary of getting above Alzor, which is great. This is probably where lock comes in. Nithral and her are probably the lock targets that you might be considering because Alzor won't deal with them. Remove 1 strength from a random non-gold every time an non-ambush elf. So I assume when the ambush flips, it counts, I would imagine. If your opponent has not passed, so that's a little extra tag for her, because that was pretty decent. Where's... So Cleaver's 6 strength, Orcs is 8. So Cleaver's only 1 strength higher, whereas Orcs is also 1 strength higher. So there's a clear advantage to taking Orcs over Cleaver for Northern for Nilfgaard. Nithral was always silver. He was. Nithral was always silver, but he was never 8. He was always 6. So now, you're not gonna Alzor him. You're probably gonna just lock him. If it becomes an issue. I believe that was 7, was it? I don't remember now. Death mold. The opponent has not passed. I think that's an extra thing. I played that earlier where I got card advantage from him. Now we're going into the Shroud and Scraps territory. Right, we see Cantarella's changed quite a bit. She's 12 base strength. And I think this is a bit of a buff, really. I'll tell you why. You play her on the opponent's side of the board and she's 12 strength, right? So you can't shackle it to remove it. Whereas previously you could play her and then maybe shackle her to base strength back to 6. But now you play it as base and then you pull it over to your side and it loses 6. Right, but then if you decoy it, because it loses 6 base strength, that's really important. It doesn't get wounded, it goes down to 6 base. So then if you pull it back to your side and decoy it again, it's only 9 strength the second time you use it. If you can treason it and find some other way to play it again, then like they Milver it, for example, then it'll be 3 strength base strength. So you know, it's kind of a buff. If you use it and then bring it back and use it again, it's only 9 strength the second time. Yeah. I guess they did that because mushrooms are going to be really good. You know, you don't want to buff it and then reduce it and reduce it. Right, so he got a bit of an increase as well. 13. They went up quite a bit there. And he does the same thing. You draw a card, and it's like Cantarella. You can either discard it or keep it. If you discard it, you draw another one. So he's not as flexible. You don't get a card and a discard, which is unfortunate. I think that's a nerf for him. But you get a choice out of the 2, but you don't know what the second's going to be. So you get a choice, but you don't get 2 things. I don't understand what people are saying. You draw a card, and you may keep it or discard it and draw another. But he already drew 1 card and discarded 1 card. But now, if you draw a gold card, you're not going to want to discard that. So you don't get any discarding from Donna. It's a nerf, isn't it? Not nerfed, because you can always discard a card and he was doing it before. Yeah, I know. Normally, you don't care what card you discard, usually. I mean, he could discard your decoy or he could discard your restore, obviously. Yeah, well, that's probably the only buff, is that it doesn't automatically discard Sigadrifa or restore. But usually you'd play him later on, where you'd try to kind of guarantee those out a bit. You wouldn't play him that early. It's a buff. It's just flexible. I don't see it. You don't get a discard and a card now. You just get a card, or just a discard and a card. I guess you do get a discard and a card if you draw something bad the first time. It's a buff. Yeah, I can see how it might be a buff now. Because when I put it into the terms of you draw a card, or you draw a card and discard a card, that is a buff, isn't it? But the RNG doesn't help. It's a nerf to thinning, but a buff to potentially not losing Sigadrifa, yeah. Okay. Fair enough. You convinced me. I was looking very much at the thinning aspect. Although it's not a nerf to thinning, is it? It depends on what the first card you draw is. It's a nerf to thinning if you get the best card ever, but then that's not too bad, is it? So, alright. Okay, I'm happy with him. He's good. Changed my mind.